Oh, we are the champions. Yes, Helen, come on, keep up, Helen. Remember, we are the champions. Reach, 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 reach. Oh, this chair's squeaky. Hi everybody, Bill here, still here, just having a bit of a workout. If you saw my last video, you know what I'm talking about. I'm working on one for Christmas. It's not a workout video, it's a new sort of video. I'm going to call it the work it out video because it's all designed for the toilet to keep things moving. You know, when you feel there's something still there and you want to get rid of it, and this is the way to do it. Just get rid of the headband because you can build up a bit of a sweat. Oh, what a lovely day. Oh, the sun's streaming through and I've got a lot to tell you about today, so bear with me. It's going to be a longer one than usual. But I wanted to start off by explaining what happened in the last video. I caused a lot of confusion to people with my silly sense of humour. There is a sensible side to what I'm trying to do here because I am trying to raise awareness of bowel cancer and making sure that you check your poo and everything. I know there's been lots of people doing that, but it is really important. And also to try and show you when you get a diagnosis of cancer what happens throughout the journey, that it's not all bad, there's lots of good stuff, but I have had a lot of ups and downs, and maybe it will help some of you who are embarking on that journey to know what to expect and how to deal with it. But I wanted to explain in my last video, because there's a lot of silliness in my videos too, my silly sense of humour. People going, why did you have a red face? Okay, let me explain. That was the old colostomy bag, or in my case an ileostomy bag or ileostomy bag. I put it on my face because I was making out that I could drain my nose because I had hay fever. So when I took it off, that was supposed to be a red reaction to the mask. So me patenting the idea didn't work out because at the end of the video I looked in the mirror to see how smooth my shave was and I saw the red rash, and that's why I was saying I wanted to cancel the patent. It was silly, but if that explains it to you, that's what it was all about. Right, the other thing is, well, I've got a whole list today. I don't know how this has happened, but suddenly I've got over 1,100 subscribers now. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for your support. But it's so humbling to know there's so many people out there who are interested in what's going on in my life. And it's just really good to know that you're offering me all this support, all these lovely comments I'm getting on the channel. Thank you. And again, apologies. I try to respond to each one. Sometimes I don't know how it works, but sometimes I don't see the comment. They don't pop up as a notification. And it's only when I scroll down at some point to see if I've missed any that I see them. And it seems to be the same people that for some reason don't pop up. So if there's a delay in me thanking you for your kindness in your comment, that is why. It's because you don't pop up instantly as a notification. Right. So 1,100 subscribers. Wow, I feel like a YouTube influencer. I'm starting to feel that way, and it's a good feeling. But some of you who may have come across my channel recently, and I'm now up to 90 odd videos, I'm thinking, oh, I'm not going to start working through this. If you want to know my story quickly, then if you go back to vlog number 50, vlog 50 is a summary, a montage of everything that happened up to that point. It's all you really need to know. I think that lasts about 20 minutes. So if you can spare 20 odd minutes, that's the way to catch up. I know there have been a few since then, but I will do another montage to update. I'm planning on doing that when I get to 100 actually. So try and condense that down to a nice snappy, well, it'll probably be about half an hour by that time, won't it? Not exactly snappy, but it will tell you the whole story. So how am I doing? Well, up and down, still up and down, but keep watching because I saw the surgeon Danko earlier today, and I want to give you the news. So just to bring you up to speed quickly, how am I doing weight wise? Well, I'm getting a bit skinny. I think I am getting skinny. One of the reasons I know I'm skinny is Helen came to see me the other morning. She popped her head round the door of the sitting room where I was. She said, have you lost your wedding ring? And And it wasn't there. She'd gone out to the bins. I'd popped out to put something in the recycling bin about half an hour before. And I think when I put my hand in, I pulled it out, my wedding ring flew off my finger and she saw it sitting there next to the bin. Thank goodness that the bin, when the binman came, they left it in the middle of the drive. Otherwise, she wouldn't have known, gone out to get it. And she saw my wedding ring there. Isn't that amazing? It's because I'm skinny, but if she hadn't found that, I would never have known what happened to my wedding ring. God, that would have taken some explaining, wouldn't it? Well, where's your wedding ring? Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, I lost it when I put the recycling bin out. I'm sure there's a lot better excuses than that to come up with, but that would have been the truth, and I would never have known. Isn't that amazing? So I think that's probably an indication of me losing a bit of weight. Because yes, there are days when I'm still going to the loo so many times. Saturday was a prime example. I'd had a couple of really good days before that when I was only going like maybe 3 or 4 times. And Saturday was my son Michael, happy 30th birthday for this weekend. It was his 30th birthday celebration, and my daughter was hosting it down at her house, and we had a day of it. And I didn't really hold back. I was drinking. I drank red wine. I drank Guinness. I drank beer, like ale, had lots of bits of bobs to eat as well. Didn't really hold back. It was a bit of a test, and because I'd been feeling pretty good the 2 days before, I was hoping it would continue. Big mistake. I must have gone to the loo 20 times that day, and we stayed overnight. I slept on a beanbag downstairs, and I was up and down every 20 minutes or so. It was a rotten, miserable night. I was putting Loperamide in my mouth to try and slow the process down, but it wasn't really helping, and I had my maximum, or what I thought was the maximum, of 8 tablets, and it didn't really do the trick. That said, the next day actually, and my bum was so sore. Of course, my daughter hasn't got a bidet attachment like we've got. Vlog 22, by the way, if you look at that, you'll see a little review of a bidet attachment. Thoroughly recommend it. Brilliant little device, very cheap, and it's completely changed my life. And of course, my daughter hasn't got one of these, so I had to make do with old toilet paper. I kid you not, I'm sorry, Sally, I got through 3 toilet rolls all on my own in that Saturday and overnight. Yeah, the price of toilet rolls these days, 3 toilet rolls. That's how bad it was. And can you imagine the state of my backside? I was in a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort. But of course, the next day, when things calmed down, it healed quickly, and it's funny the way that happens. It does sort of, it's quick to start to hurt, but it's also quick to heal. Right, and I'm going to come on to that again in a minute. Bear with me. And I'm going around the houses, but I went to see the surgeon, so bear with me on what he said. Anything else? Quickly. Yes, how I feel. It feels like, it's like I'm a tube of toothpaste. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm a tube of I could be sponsored by Colgate, because I feel like normal people, when you go to the toilet, and it's like you'd squeeze all the toothpaste out and you empty the tube, and then you go away and you wait for the tube to fill up again, and you fill the next time you go, the tube's empty. In my case, it feels like when you brush your teeth. You go to use the toothpaste, you squeeze a little bit out, you brush your teeth. But there's always the next bit of toothpaste ready to come out. And it feels like every time I go to the loo, I'm just squeezing a little bit of toothpaste out, leaving the rest just ready to come out again. And I never get the feeling that that tube's empty. That's how I describe the sensation. So it's not necessarily the case that I'm desperate to go to the loo, but it's always the feeling that there's something there. And that's not nice. Anyway, Danko Kostadinov, my hero, my surgeon, went to see him this afternoon. I got a clinic appointment, and it was lovely to see him. It's been a while, but saw him, and he was, gotta say, he was tapping away at his computer, tapping away like this. You can't see my fingers. It was like that, fast, so quick. I said, it's incredible. I can't believe you could type so quickly, especially for someone with such big hands, you know. And there he was, nimble as anything. I suppose that's what happens when you're a surgeon. Those fingers have got to be really nimble, and he was very impressive on that. So yeah, I told him how I was getting on. I was honest. I don't hold anything back. He knows it. He knows me. Danko's been more intimate with me than anybody else ever. And so, yeah, there's no point holding anything back. And I was open and honest with him about what I did on Saturday, what I've been eating, what I've been drinking. And he said, right, your problem is it's acid. It's acidity. That is the issue. Because he got me up on the couch. Poor man. What a job. You know, he gets me up on the couch, present my bum to him, and I was fit. Remember the toothpaste? It felt like, oh, I won't get into that. But I just thought, oh, you poor man. But he had a look, and the good news is the fissure, the anal fissure, has healed. It's no longer there. So happy days. That's what was causing me so much pain. Piles. I said, have I got piles then? He said, yeah, there's a bit of internal piles, but there's nothing, it's not an external pile, I haven't. So I was quite proud of that, that's a good feeling. But the burning sensation, he said, is because of acidity that is going through and it's actually burning the skin. So there's no point me taking that ointment any longer to cure the anal fissure, which I've been taking very regularly because there isn't a fissure to heal. There's no point me taking any piles cream. Like I've got the Sherry Proc, I have that stuff. There's other stuff I've got. There's no point taking that because it's not doing anything. But a barrier cream may be of some use. I haven't found any of them particularly useful, but he said, well, soda cream is as good as any, so I can use that, which might help with the burning sensation. But the main thing is it's to cut out those things in my diet that are causing that burning. And his first thing he said was red wine. Well, of course, on Saturday I was drinking loads of red wine. That's apparently really the worst thing I can do because of the acidity in that red wine, and it's the tannins, the toxins in the red wine that are causing the acidity. Red wine, oranges, anything that's... I didn't mention this, but Marmite. I've had Marmite on toast and felt a bit dodgy afterwards. That's quite sort of acidic. It feels like spicy, doesn't it? No spicy food, nothing like that. Not that I've been having that, but tomatoes. We have been having tomatoes. Helen's thinking, well, what can I do for tea? Because I can't eat anything else. So it's all very bland. So we did maybe mince, with tomatoes, like a bolognese type thing. Well, no. Tomatoes, not good. And funny enough, the night before Saturday we had a spaghetti bolognese or rice dish with mince and tomatoes, and I was feeling a little bit dodgy the next day all day. Maybe it was that. So the plan is I am going to cut out all of that. Nothing, no oranges, no tomatoes, no red wine, and no tea, no coffee. It's deadly. You have a sip. It's a bit chatty while. This is green tea. That's okay. Green tea. It's not acidic, is it? The plan is he's going to fit me in on Sunday. Fit me in. He's literally going to fit me in on Sunday morning at when he's in. He can do a sigmoidoscopy on me. On Sunday, I'm going to have to wait for the appointment to come through, but they're going to put the camera up the backside again and see what's going on. He doesn't need me to fast. I offered to. He said, no, don't worry about it, but am I okay taking an enema? I said, well, yeah, I suppose so. I've done it once before. It's not pleasant. Not pleasant for anybody. I mean, at least I'm not looking at what's coming out. And for the staff, it must be blooming horrible, but I've got to have an enema, and I'm a bit worried that I make sure it's well lubed up because this is going to hurt my poor body. Stick the enema up there, put a litre of fluid, whatever they do in, pump it in there, and then flush whatever's out of there. Probably a load of Colgate type toothpaste will come out. And when I'm empty, it's going to stick the camera in there, sigmoidoscopy, see what's going on. Now, the reason for that is he's looking to see whether there's any clinical reason for what's happening to me. is there a break in the joint? Is there a leak in the seal again? Anything like that? Because if there is something that needs more surgery, then that's a whole different ball game. And we talked about the idea of maybe a permanent colostomy or a bag back again. I'm not ready for that. I'm not that bad. I want to get there through controlling my diet and everything else. If he sees something that is not right, then we may have to think about that side of things. At the moment, that's not the idea. Hopefully, on Sunday, he's going to look at that backside, see that everything looks fine clinically. There's no breaks in the pipe work, and everything's fine. It's all about controlling my diet, really, and what's going on there. The other question I had, and it was a good answer, was, well, look, I'm at my maximum dosage of 8 Loperamide tablets a day, yeah, can I take any more? He said, yeah, of course you can. Apparently you can take, I think he said you could take 24 of these tablets every 4 hours in a day, and you get to a point where your body can't absorb any more, so there's no point doing it. But no, 8 a day is nowhere near like a maximum. It's not like I can overdose on it. So that's good to know. So when I feel that I need more control, like for example Saturday down at my daughter's, I would have been pumping these tablets into my face almost as fast as I was putting the red wine in there. And also a tip was, because I'm taking capsule form of it, he said you can take the capsule, break it, just put the powder into a water or a yogurt, he suggested, to get it into your body. And I suppose that would be a faster working slowing down of the bowel. So that's reassuring to know too. So there we go. That's the update. So, gosh, I'm up to 16 minutes. I'm sorry, this is the longest one I've done. And I hope I haven't bored you too much. But there's so much to tell you. Right, so Sunday, big day Sunday, that's what I'm going to find out if there's anything medically wrong with me, clinically wrong with me. And I'm going to have 5 days or so now where I'm going to be very careful about nothing spicy to see if that makes a big difference. I will let you know next time how I get on. Thank you for following me. Thank you for all the subscriptions. And thank you for all the lovely comments. I do try and comment to reply to them all. If I don't, I've already told you the reasons why. But right, I'll be in touch as soon as possible. And remember, keep it, work it out, keep it out, work it out. What? Helen, all right, you can get off the toilet now, Helen. Well done. Thank you. See you next time.